Yeah, LOZ, we gotta bring it out. Wake up the lost sheep. Yeah, hey. Hey, hey, bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Hey, bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOC, let's go. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Hey, bring it out. LOC got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We gotta wake up the sheep. My people falling asleep. We gotta show now. We put in that work and we put the work in the streets. We trying to build up the nation. We patient. My people been facing defeat. We teach of repentance. We deep in them trenches. You know that we bring in the heat. We battling demons like every day. Waking up all the people. We set them straight. Keep our head in them scriptures. We meditate. All in the truth. I can't back down and hesitate. All praise to the Most High. With it, no cosign. With it, keep the law. We gon' levitate. We them Jews. There be no lies. With it, there be won't doubt. With it, for the truth, I'm a heavyweight. We live in this spiritual warfare. We all gotta gather together. We do that. Though. We got the nations in warfare. We a separate nation. No explanation. People that need to listen. Crunch time. Yeah, time is ticking. With the truth, I'm a servant. No stop when we working. Just hoping my people will see the mission. We gotta bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out.
Hebrews gotta show. Bring that out. Get your knowledge on the go. Bring that out. Wisdom help the nation grow. Bring that out. Get the truth in the form of a show. Bring that out. All of our soldiers amazing. All of our captains be leading. LOC bringing in light. Shining on what we're achieving. Wake up the people that's sleeping. Wake up that nation like coffee. Wake up and take up your cross beat. Hold up, Pastor, man, you lost me. You should be teaching at Christmas. I'm sure that you know that it's pagan. Look how we packing the prisons. Blatantly destroying our nation. Single parent home is definitely becoming our swag. Then we send our children through the same system, pledging their allegiance to flags. Bring that out. Bring that out. Bring that out. Bring that out. Bring that out.
We got the truth when we
bring it out.
We cannot lose when we
bring it out.
We making moves when we
bring it out.
Bring it out. We got the truth when we
bring it out. Get your knowledge on the go.
We making moves when we
bring it out. Wisdom help the nation grow.
We got the truth when we
bring it out. Get the truth in the form of a show. Bring it out.
Bring it out. They got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We gotta wake up the sheep. My people falling asleep. We gotta show now. We put in that work and we put the work in the streets. We're trying to build up the nation. We patient. My people been facing defeat. We teach of repentance. We deep in them trenches. You know that we bring in the heat. We battling demons like every day. Waking up all the people. We set them straight. Keep our head in them scriptures. We meditate. All in the truth. I can't back down and hesitate. All praise to the Most High. With it, no cosign. With it, keep the law. We gon' levitate. We them Jews. There be no lies. With it, there be won't doubt. With it, for the truth, I'm a heavyweight. We live in this spiritual warfare. We all gotta gather together. We do that. Though. We got the nations in warfare. We a separate nation. No explanation. People that need to listen. Crunch time, yeah, time is ticking. With the truth, I'm a servant. No stop when we working. Just hoping my people will see the mission. We gotta bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out.
Hebrews gotta show.
We got the truth when we bring it out.
Get your knowledge on the go.
We making moves when we bring it out.
Wisdom help the nation grow.
We got the truth when we bring it out.
Get the truth in the form of a show. Bring it out. All of our soldiers amazing. All of our captains be leading. LOC bringing in light. Shining on what we're achieving. Wake up the people that's sleeping. Wake up that nation like coffee. Wake up and take up your cross beat. Hold up, Pastor, man, you lost me. You should be teaching at Christmas. I'm sure that you know that it's pagan. Look how we packing the prisons. Blatantly destroying our nation. Single parent home is definitely becoming our swag. Then we send our children through the same system, pledging their allegiance to flags. Bring that out. 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 I say the Hebrews gotta show. Bring that out. Get your knowledge on the go. Bring that out. Wisdom help the nation grow. Bring that out. Get the truth in the form Hey. Yeah. Okay. See the keys on the block. Bringing out the word in every spot. Bringing out the word in every spot. Yeah. See the keys on the block. Bringing out the word in every spot now. 1611 is our Glock now. All around the world got it locked down. Yeah. We see them kings on the block now. Bringing out the word in every spot now. 1611 is our Glock now. All around the world got it locked down. Yeah. We see them prophets on the corners. 1611 got them on us. Spreading out this word like Corona. Waking up our people out of comas. Yeah, this truth, they can't stop now. No matter what they do, we bring it out now. You come against the Lord, you'll be confounded. With that two-edged sword, you'll get chopped down. Hey, you see the keys on the block now. Bringing out the word in every spot now. 1611 is our Glock now. All around the world got it locked down. Yeah. You see them kings on the block now. Bringing out the word in every spot now. 1611 is our Glock now. All around the world got it locked down. Yeah.
Let me level up.
My brother, if we rollin', we gon' all ride it. They don't pray to love for my brother, my life up on the line. Hey, they gon' get this wisdom if we don't go out and teach. Y'all should run the prince of power, you people is just a remix. I got the kiss the ring, I'm kicking slaves out for the kingdom. So let them know he be preaching. We be in these trenches teaching outside of the
Hey, see the kings on the block now. Bringing out the word in every spot now. 1611 is our Glock now. All around the world got it locked down. Yeah.
I putting butter right up on that toast. Food is like a drug nowadays, so don't overdose. 9 o'clock, tour portion. Just got a call, remember touring. We coming back, it's something foreign. When y'all would teach, it's never boring. He never sleeps, he never snoring. How I know, hear the engine roaring.
Let me level up. Let me level up. Let me level up.
It's the Bring It Out Radio Show, and I'm your host tonight. It's your brother from another mother. The chief is here, Chief Minister Shalaman from the Light of Zion. And I didn't come here by myself. I got with me the sniper, right? Hitting you from down the block around the corner, right? Right, the assassin, right? Ninjas ain't got nothing on them. I got the big cap, Captain One Bun Lawyer, Bunya Sarala. I get the best engineer from far or near. I have Captain Nicole at the control tower. And you are being entertained by the best DJ in Jerusalem, DJ Baruch 4-in-1. Check the verse if you understand. And this is the Bring It Out Radio Show, the show that's designed to bring out the truth, wisdom, knowledge, understanding about topics that's going on today, right now. Things we're experiencing, things we're seeing in social media, we're going to tackle it right here on the Bring It Out Radio Show, right? We're going to talk about it. Shalom to all the family that's online. Tell a friend to log in. Make sure you're sharing this link on all platforms. Make sure I'm on your FB, your IG, your Twitter, right? Make sure I'm being what's the other one? Twitch. Make sure I'm on all platforms. Tell a friend to log in. WhatsApp needs to know what's happening, right? Let WhatsApp know what's happening because the Bring It Out show is on. Shalom to all the family that have repented to the Lord's statute commandments. Shalom to the family that have not repented yet. Hopefully you coming soon because the truth is under attack. The truth is under attack, and we have to make sure that we stand strong in what we know, understand, believe, and can prove, right? And that's the difference of the sauce. What can you prove, right? As you've seen the title of the show, we're going to cancel the cancel culture because Esau done found a new weapon in his arsenal, of lies preservation, to preserve his lies. And one of his new weapons is to cancel anybody that got something to say against the normal lies that we've all been fed, right? On social media, TV, the fake his story, not real history, but his story that's fed to us in those cesspools called schools, right? Children being indoctrinated with all kind of madness, right? The untold story is being told all over the earth right now. The Most High has put his mouth and poured out his spirit onto his people, and his people just can't shut up. Right? Right? People are talking about it. They don't even know what they're talking about, but they're talking about it. They're telling the untold story because the Father wants the untold story to be told. And we don't have no choice. Family, this is going to happen with or without you. Better with you than without you. Better you get in where you fit in the cancel culture. Meaning that they're not going to silence the truth. They're not going to block it. They're not going to cover it, right? They're not going to try to pull the woolies over your eyes. They can't hoodwink you. They can't bamboozle you, right? The truth will be spoken.
Right.
Whether you like it, understand it, accept it or not. We also have with us tonight, we have the best anchor man, right? In all the lands, right? I'm going to bring him up in a few. Our anchor man, I'm going to watch this side. He definitely got the news that you can use. And we're going to bring him online, and he's going to fill your ear with everything that you need to hear. All right? But before we get into all those things, I want to say shalom to the early crew that's in the building, all right? Daniela was in the check-in early in the building. Shalom, family. Right? We have Maya Shara is in the building. Maya Shara is in the building. Shalom. Right? Maisha Mariah is in the building, always supporting, holding us down. All praises. Right? Ready for the check-in. Right? Letting you know, let's go. That's right, Isha. Let's go. All right. Kazak is in the building, the big cat. Lion Paw is he's checking in. All right. Who else is checking in? Amram, Israel, Shalom. Sister Ellie's early. Shalom, sis. Right? Bawa is in the check-in coming you all the way from where Bawa coming to us from? I want to say Augusta, Georgia, but sometimes he's coming to us from Ghana.
I just want to say this while he's there. How does the chief got an Augusta shirt?
What's the weather like in Ghana?
I got an Augusta shirt.
Don Israel is in the check-in. Shalom, Don Israel. Right, always supporting the show. We got a great one for you today. We got a lot of information. I'm not going to talk too long or too much. I just got to get us warmed up because these men have labored and have found a lot of information for you, family. So that information needs to come out so that we are tooled up. But, we got to give the Most High the first word, always. Right? So let's get Colossians 3, verse 17. Then we're going to set up and give the Most High his word, and then we're going to see what's going on in the world, and we're going to talk about it, family. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like and subscribe, right, on all platforms. What you got, brother?
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Outer One, Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him.
Right, giving all thanks to the Most High in the name of the Mashiach Yahushua, first and foremost and always, right, for blessing us with this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and this opportunity to talk to one another, man. We got family on the line from everywhere, from the four corners of the earth, and a lot of families, they on their way in. Come on in. All right, because we got a lot to talk about tonight. All right. But before we get into that, let's go to 1 John 3 and verse 18. This is a letter. I like to look at this as a letter from the Most High to his Israelites in the last days that have repented and is coming back to his commandments. This is a message from the Most High to us for us to operate a certain way and lay hold on the power that Yahweh has given us. Let's read this.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 18.
Let's go.
My little children, let us not love in word.
Let's not what?
Let us not love in word.
He said, my little children. Who's he talking to? You know, if you got a little child, that's somebody that's endeared,
Mhm.
right? Somebody you want to protect, right? Anybody have a little child, you make sure they're okay, but you're always ready to what? Teach them and show them the right way to go. So the Father is looking at us and saying, my little children, let us not just love in word. Everybody says the word love. You know what I mean? They say words like love is love, or it's all like,
What does love mean? Love is just
what-
love.
love is love, right? There, a lot of people are in love in being in love, right? And in love with love, but they don't know really what love is. And love is the undying commitment to the commandments and truth. That's what true love is. It's the undying, unfeigned commitment to the commandments, right, of the Most High God, right? And when you love each other, right, there's only one way, and you can't be changed, you can't be moved, right? All right, one precept on this. Give me Romans 13 and verse 10.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 10.
Go ahead. This is a precept on the love that the Father is talking about in 1 John. Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 13, verse 10.
Go ahead.
Love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
Right.
Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
Right. So love is the fulfilling of the law. I mean, when you're keeping the laws towards your neighbor, you're loving your neighbor. Right. When you don't know what to do and how to act or how to react, look to the commandments and it will tell you. It will instruct you in love. So the scriptures say, let's not love just in word. Let's not just read about love, talk about it, but let's do the actions that's written about in the scriptures. Read on.
Verse 11. And that knowing the time
That's like it. That's it on that. Go back to 1 John 3 and 18.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
My little children, let us not love in word,
Go ahead.
neither in tongue,
Go ahead.
but in deed and in truth.
Right. We have to love in deed and in truth. Right. In deed and in truth. If we're loving one another, we're not going to be envious towards one another. We're not going to malice. We're not going to hate. We're not going to backbite. We're not
Right.
going to what do you call that? Defraud one another. All the commandments that's in the Bible concerning love, we will not be found guilty of those things. Why? Because we're not just talking about it, we're being about it. Right? This right here is love. Right? Whatever rebuke comes from us, that's love. Right? The Bible says you should otherwise love your neighbor by rebuking your neighbor. Right? Leviticus, the 19th chapter. Right? So 1917. So we know we've been instructed, but we have to follow the route. But the main thing he said here, but in deed and in truth. What is the truth? Well, we know that the commandments is the truth, right? Psalms 119, 142. Because the Bible will always point you back to God's word and his instruction, right? Read on.
Come on. The book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
And hereby we know that we are of the truth,
Right?
and shall assure our hearts before him.
Right. And by doing this, we know we are in the truth, right? That's how you know if you're in the truth. Some people say, well, how do you know this is the truth? Well, when you can actually do and operate with your neighbor, with your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your family, your children, your parents, and you can see the fruit of your operation, right? You see, you actually literally see what you're doing with your hands and what you're applying with one another. And you say, well, this is the truth manifest. So I don't have to wonder or wish. I see it. I'm doing it and it's happening. And that is how you know you're in the truth, right? When you're not no longer echoing what the world say. You're not doing what the world do, right? Because right now, the world is getting canceled.
Right.
That's what's really getting canceled. Lies are getting canceled everywhere we look. Lies are getting canceled. So many lies were underneath. So many false traditions, false followings, religions. You know, the Christians of this world is getting canceled. Right? They trying to cancel the truth, but they can't cancel the truth. Right? Even the entertainers in the world of entertainment. Recently, we had Cat Williams. We had Monique coming on, and they bringing out truths of the things that's going on in the midst of their career or their lives, putting truth on it, and it's a big disruption. Wherever the truth goes, no matter whose mouth it comes out of, I want to say that too. You don't got to have fringes and borders to speak the truth. Truth is something that exists, whether you like it, accept it, believe it or not. It still exists, right? It stands against every and any idea or imagination of men. We have to be sold to the truth. Right? You know, our parents told us, all you got to do is, do your homework, go to school, get a job, right? Get a wife, get 2.5 children, a dog, cat, and a white picket fence, right? And you live in the American dream. Lies. What you're going to do is have high mortgage, right? And stress. You're going to hate your job. You're barely going to like your wife, right? And that darn cat and dog, you can't stand them, right? And somebody keep knocking my fence down. Right? That's not the American dream, right? The American dream is a nightmare. That's what it is. It's time that we have a Jerusalem dream, a Jerusalem dream, a Zion dream. That's the dream we're supposed to follow. And that dream shows us what Israel in complete, in utter submission to the law, statute, commandments of God. That's what that dream looks like. And we know that the commandments bring joy, right? Right? The laws don't bring sorrow, they bring joy. So we got to be sold to the truth. Let's finish up these verses real quick.
Okay. The book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 19.
Go ahead.
And hereby we know that we are of the truth.
Go ahead.
And shall assure our hearts before him.
Go ahead.
For if our heart condemn us, Yahweh is greater than our heart.
Right. So even if you don't agree, if your mind says, I don't know about that, guess what? The Most High's commandments is stronger than what you agree with, right? So even if you don't agree with the commandment, maybe you don't get it yet. Maybe there's some parts of the law that you're struggling with that don't make it not. His word is stronger than whatever word we got in our own heads.
Right.
So if our heart condemn us and we follow the commandments, fix your heart. Because you can't fix the commandments. Why? Read on to verse 20.
For if our heart condemn us, Yahweh is greater than our heart and knoweth all things.
Right. Meaning his way is above our way. So even if you don't agree, even though you might have some conflict in your body, in your mind, right? Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Should I keep these laws, right? Or should I live like everybody else do?
Right.
Right. Because people fall out. They get pulled back into the world because they start to doubt the Most High. But that doesn't make the Most High wrong. So you have to understand, no matter how you might feel about whatever in particular instruction you're getting right now in the spirit, trust and believe that instruction is better than whatever you're thinking or whatever you learned on the Tell Live Vision or whatever you learned at the miseducation that we get in the school system. The Bible system is above all systems. Read.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 22. 21. Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence towards Yahweh.
Right. And if you hear these words, statute, commandments, and you don't feel condemned to do the will of the Most High, guess what? Your confidence is towards Yahweh. And that's a strong confidence to have, man. If you got confidence in the Most High, then that's the right place to put your confidence, because no one can beat or overtake or withstand the almighty power, Yahweh. So we're going to get into today's topics, right? That's my set of verses for us to begin the discussion. and understanding. I believe my captain got a video on cue. We're going to get that video popping and we're going to start talking about it. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Again, to all the early crew that's in the building, the Waterfall logging in early and letting us know you're here and checking in. Let everybody that comes in, make sure you check in. Shout out to Cleaver Loyal, Slakia, Cleaver Loyal, and Mina Israel, right? We have Mr. Beam himself is in the building, right? Shamawala is in the check-in, Captain Shamawala. All right, so let's go. Let's get this video going so we can see what information the Father got for us to review today.
I just wanted to get a quick precept real quick before we play it real quick. Spirit of tonight's topic. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Read that again. That's too poetic just to drop it and not give a breakdown. Right? Read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish.
Right.
Corruption shall be overcome.
Right.
And truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Right. It's so long the truth haven't had any fruit in this kingdom, man. The truth haven't had any, it hasn't been producing something. Like, people say, oh, y'all brothers do, y'all come out here and y'all talk. Y'all talk. What y'all about to do? Well, you both are about to show you what we're going to do, right? The fruit is going to be produced in the earth, right? In these last days of this truth. And guess what? If you're not in this truth, you're not getting no fruit, right? You're not getting nothing, right? So, shout out to Joshua Flores for the check-in. I want to give a big shout out to our little sister, Lemoria, right?
That's right.
Right? Family, LOZ family affiliate, right? Had birthed her little baby girl last night, right? So shout to the little soul jet, right? Lemoria for holding it down and bringing another child in this world and allow him and her and her husband and a child. Hopefully they are being risen in Torah, right? Because it's all about Torah. All right, so go what you got. Go.
Press play right now.
Okay.
Kanye.
Kanye.
They got the right to their opinion. I got the right to my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? We all have the right. They make the Twix bigger. They're trying to make us fat. You know what I mean?
What do you have to say to people who resent your success based on some things you've said they disagree with?
That's the whole thing. They got the right to their opinion. I got the right to my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? We all have the right to our opinions, but so many people will lose their jobs, lose their careers for taking the steps that we took. You know, we went down for like a year and a half. People think that I got, kicked out of Adidas for the tweet. We were having problems before. They were stealing my designs. They still trying to sue me. It's like, get right.
Right.
Get right. Be honest. Y'all going to send me $100 million a year, then say that I misallocated the marketing. I was the marketing. Look at where y'all at now. Look at where we at right now. Y'all want to play? You're not going to have me nap on the board. These companies, Gap, Balenciaga, they just want to use the celebrities and have us be like the polo man on the top of the horse. And everybody knows, everybody felt what I felt. You know what I'm saying? I even said the apology and they still fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I said apology. Some of the stuff I was saying was true. So until y'all come up and say, yo, what he was saying, some of that was true, then go ahead with all that.
Do you take back any of the anti-Semitic stuff you might have said?
In the chat if you can hear me.
We back? All right, all praises. To why they shall fall.
So I guess we should play back the video then, real quick.
Was the video heard?
It was heard.
All right.
So what I was wanting to bring out is very interesting what Kanye West was saying when he's saying like, you guys, like, if from what I'm saying is wrong, discredit and prove it. Right? The white men have no problem showing you how the stars could jump over the moon or something like that, and they'll have a whole season 1 to season 10 on the History Channel to show out their evidence and proof. Why can't they show the evidence and proof on why Kanye West is wrong by saying what he's saying, which they never do? And you'll see that through all of our debates with these fake Jews, these small hats, right? They never bring out sources and proof and evidence to discredit anything we say. They'll always basically say, because I'm white, I'm right. They'll try to go to the DNA route, but there's no, like, you would have to have the literal body of Jacob to have a DNA test to say, okay, I come back from this man, which they don't have Jacob's body. None of them could go source and book, chapter, and verse, or go back to the Torah and show us why what we're saying is wrong. They never do.
Right.
So that's why I just wanted to say.
And the father, he prophesied, that there's going to be prophets that's going to prophesy lies. Like people act like they've never heard a lie before.
Mm-hmm.
When the white man speaks a lie. Let's call it what it is. When the European speaks a lie, when the colonizers speak a lie, people act like they've never heard a lie. They can't believe he lied to me, right? Like, it's so hard to believe it. Listen, if this nation has lied to the world about everything that they do, right? Now that lately they pumped the oil out the earth. They're messing up the polar ice caps. They calling out global warming. They doing all kind of things to the earth. GMO. They lying to you. You think you eating corn? That thing is probably not even corn, right? You lie. You think you're eating vegetables and things they got animals. They growing full grown animals in 3 weeks, right? They have lies in everything that they're doing. They just justify it with the needs. They have a need to tell that lie. That's what it is. As long as they have a need to tell a lie, the lie is justified.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Father, lying lips are abomination. Right? So their need is not sufficing with the Most High. But you can go ahead.
Continue, press and play.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that part right there.
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew. Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew.
I want you to pause that right there, because that reporter from TMZ was trying to make Kanye retract that statement.
Right.
That's why he had to say it again, because you never have to retract the truth. When something is paramount, and even though somebody coming at you like, well, you take back some of the things, I heard you apologize. He quickly said, I apologize for some of the stuff I said, but the anti-Semitic statement, Black people, Hispanic people could never be considered anti-Semitic. Because a lot of our people don't even understand what Semitic, we kind of guess that people understand what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to break it down real quick so you understand what does the word Semitic mean. The word they use called Semitic in modern Hebrew is actually Shemitic in ancient Hebrew. And Shemitic means that you're a child of the lineage of Shem. Remember, Noah had 3 sons, all right? Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Out of Shem came, skipping generations, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So everybody that comes out of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is Shemitic. So the nations on the earth that are Shemitic, now is Esau Shemitic? Yes, he is. When I say Esau, we're talking about the Caucasian man. Is he Shemitic? Yes, he is. Is the black man Shemitic? Yes, he is. Is the Hispanic man Shemitic? Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. Even the Arab man is Shemitic, right? He comes out of Joseph, right? The East Indians are Shemitic. Moab and Ammon, the Japanese and Chinese, they also Shemitic. You have to understand, So when the Jewish man goes around talking about when you speak against Jewish people, you anti-Semitic, he's lying. Because he claims to be the only Semite on the earth. When just basic history shows you are not even the only Semite.
Right.
Right. Now there's nations that are not Semitic. For instance, right, the Egyptians, right, the South Africans, the Ethiopians, they are not Shemitic because they come out of Ham. Okay, so they would be Hamitic. And then you'll have nations like you said, the Hawaiians,
Polynesians,
Malaysians. They come out of Japhet or Yaphet. They are not Shemitic. They're Japhet or Yaphet. They're Yaphetic. So that I'm just giving a short lesson, not going into too much detail, but just so you understand what does the word Semitic mean. It means that you come from the bloodline of Shem. Shem have born through Abraham many nations, right? Many nations. Just to name a few, the so-called white man, the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Japanese man, the so-called Korean man, the so-called Habib in the corner store. He's also Shemitic. Rahman, right? At the weed spot, right? He's also Shemitic, right? The Arab man. So just understand when they say we're anti-Semitic, they're already lying. To go against a Jewish person, one of these converted Jewish people, is not an anti-Semitic, what do you call that? Anti-Semitic action, especially if you Semite. So when we speak illy or we speak against the religious Jews, the white man that's a Jew, that is not anti-Semitic because we are Semite, right? That's like two brothers fighting, right? And you saying one of them is anti-black. Well, which one? You know what I'm saying? If me and a brother, we going toe to toe and we fighting, who's anti-Negro? When we both considered Negroes in this world. All right. So we want to clear up that confusion as Kanye is speaking. So give it back to him. Just a quick
and I also got the I also wanted to play the footage from a year ago when he first made these statements as well. I don't want to recap on that as well.
Oh, so cool. Until you do your facts, and you know what I'm saying? We are Jew. I think so cool out. Until you do your facts, until you really do the facts with the fake indoctrination that y'all pull into the schools and all that, you know, until you really do the facts with the fake indoctrination that y'all pull into the schools and all that, you know what I'm saying? We're not following y'all rules.
I mean, just like calling DEFCON on Jews and that's like, do you take back any of that sort of more extreme stuff?
You know what? For all the kids that love me, all the Jewish kids that love me, I'm sorry if y'all had to hear a grown-up conversation with us screaming at each other. But we got to a point
I like that. Give me that verse where we are a child, I speak like a child. Because I like the way he said that for all the little Jewish children that heard our conversation. Because sometimes when you make a statement, people think it's about them when it's way above them.
Right.
Right. When he said DEFCON on these Jews, he's talking about the Amalekites or the fake Jews that have put so much oppression on our people, right? Who has been so guilty of oppressing our people behind closed doors, right? The Weinsteins, right? And those that are the Bloombergs that have sit there and systematically have raped, robbed, and took all the resources from the black and brown people of this earth. That's who he's talking to. He's not talking to the little small hats that's just trying to go to this class. What do you got a chance to go DEFCON on them for? They got no dog in this fight.
They're two-time losers.
Right. They got no dog in this fight. Right. They're not that important. Right. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11.
Go ahead.
When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Right. We can't be childish in our approach to our salvation or serving our power or standing up for this truth. Sometimes we become juvenile, right? He's talking bad about me. Well, listen, if you're doing something bad, I have every right to talk bad about you. If you're wrong, I can bring out your wrongs and I can stand against them. But that takes what? It takes an adult, a man or a woman mentality. You can't be a baby mind, right? You can't have a baby brain when things like that come out and you just want to get mad. I'm mad, right? What are you mad about? We're not doing the baby brain thing, right? We have to step up our game as Hebrews family and get ourselves in the mature level of these commandments and be men and women of Yah to stand on the principles of the Father and not have these baby brains, right? And these other nations, they want to act like everybody's coming against Esau, trying to play victim.
Mhm.
How you try to play victim when you own everything?
You're the criminal.
How you playing victim at the same time you're a victim? All the stolen merchandise is in your pocket, but you're claiming to be the victim, right? Think about it, family. They're standing on stolen ground with stolen currency, with stolen everything, but they playing victim when you stand against them, right? But if we don't have education, we won't be able to see the big picture, right? We have to speak in big picture terms, right? Let's go back to Kanye, TMZ.
All the kids that love me, all the Jewish kids that love me, I'm sorry if y'all had to hear a grown-up conversation with us screaming at each other. But we got to a point where something needed to happen. Something needed to be said. Somebody needed to say something. Now, if you're in an argument with somebody, you're not going to say everything the right way. But it got to a point where y'all ain't going to just keep running,
heavy point right
calling me bizarre and impressed.
Yep. You slinging stuff at us. We sling back. We say one thing that's out of the box, and you want to tell us that we so wrong.
Right.
But all the crap you've been saying about us, we just supposed to take that. And when we throw something back at you, right? Like, you know what that goes into, brother? They had a whole I saw a debate. I believe it was Captain Tazaria from ISU.
WAC 100, right?
And WAC 100.
I listened to that whole thing.
And they had a debate on. These brothers was literally mad because Esau is kneeling in the streets before the camps out.
Matter of fact,
I was so disgusted.
He made a comment. They were saying that, don't you think you're gonna rile up white people to come and basically shoot or harm innocent black people from what you're doing? And then he later on in the video, he said that, you know what, when these so-called white people come down on y'all, I'm about to round up my niggas, and we're gonna come on y'all too.
Hold on. And then he said, oh, but they're gonna get our women and children, right? So he tried to play the heartstrings of the brother, right? The guy from WAC 100, he tried to come at Tazariak and say, oh, y'all have them kneeling, they're gonna retaliate and attack our women and children. Yo, how much wimp juice was you drinking, right? To make a statement like that, right? I mean, that's an old school word. That was a wimp I heard on that line. To even say something like that. First of all, he already came down on us. And he only was able to come down on us because the Most High led him because of our disobedience. If it wasn't for that, he would have no dog in the show. He wouldn't be able to stand up against the children of Israel. You got no faith in nothing. Our people got faith in nothing. And they were so adamantly coming at him about it. Yo, listen, man. Anybody got a problem with the white man kneeling in the street? I'm going to tell you something.
Don't watch our videos.
You have to consult yourself, man. Find a mirror in your house and sit down and have a counsel with yourself, right? Because you are so comfortable with what the white man has done to your ancestors that you hate to see any repercussions come to him, because you have become so assimilated and you become so accepting of the conditions and the things that have been done to us as a people that you hate to see your oppressor's children pay. When the Bible clearly states, let's read the scripture, right? For it is a good thing, right, to recompense trouble, right? The Bible clearly states this, the recompense, right? Read that one and also give me Isaiah 14. But give me that one first.
1 second.
I think it's 1 Thessalonians 1 and 6.
I got it. The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6.
1 verse 6.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
It is a righteous thing with God, with the Most High, to recompense trouble of those that trouble you. And we're not hanging nobody. We're not lynching nobody. We're not pushing their faces down to the ground. We're not how could you say, forcing them in any physical sort of way. Yahweh is forcing them. His word, the Bible, is forcing them to kneel before your children's feet,
right,
your prophet's feet, your Lord's feet, your God's feet. The Heavenly Father is moving their spirit to do this. So you to stand against that, and you saying that the brothers is being arrogant. I heard we were being arrogant. We were being self-serving, right? By having them kneel. The Bible told them to kneel, therefore they kneel.
So like your chief. And what about when the scripture says I believe at the name of Yahweh shall every knee bow, every mouth confess. Yahweh shall gonna have everybody bow down.
But you know
he
what?
Must be the chief arrogant one.
A lot of people that probably feel a way about that, they never bow to the Lord. They themselves never kneel to the Lord.
Right.
So I think they look at kneeling as some sort of punishment. Kneeling is worship. If you've never kneeled, that's your problem. I pray for the day to kneel before the Most High and his great men and his great angels. My knee will break and I won't hesitate. Kneeling is reverence. Kneeling is humility. It is not be to compare to the rape, rob, murder, and desecration of our people. You can't compare the two. It's completely absurd to have a problem with our oppressors' children kneeling before us because the Bible told them so.
Right.
So shame on you if you got a problem with people kneeling before the prophets, right? Get your spirit right. Get it together, right? When a young oppressor offspring, a little oppressite, when they kneel, we praise Yahweh. We clap our hands and we send up Kwam Yasharalas and hallelujahs. For we give the honor and glory to the Most High, not to ourselves. They would never kneel before us if that Bible didn't say what it said. All right. So I wanted to just, I wasn't part of the topic, but it came up in my mind as we were going through this. All right. About how people just have that Stockholm syndrome and just love their oppressor so much that they don't even want to see him reverence the true saints of the Most High God. Right? The Bible said the saints shall what? Judge the earth, the world. The fact that they kneel before the saints and you're upset about that is absurd and ridiculous. Right? So,
so like here, Chief, let me actually get this quick verse. And it actually shows their miseducation and their ignorance of the Bible, Holy Bible. Because when you look at something like Revelation 3:9, I just want to get it quickly in the NLT before we go back. It says that, look, I will force I will force those who belong to Satan's synagogue, those liars who say they are Jews but are not,
right,
to come and bow down at your feet.
Right.
They will acknowledge that you are the ones I love. He said he's going to force them to do it. So if we wicked,
but
damn, the Messiah is evil.
Did you just read that out of the blue letter?
Yes.
Did you write that, brother? Did LOZ write that? Did ISUPK write that? Did IUIC write that? He read that right out of the scriptures. You read out of the NLT, right?
Right. I like it. Sharp.
It's sharp in the NLT, but I want you to also read it out of the KJV.
Done.
So they know we're not playing no sleight of hand.
Done. The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and 9 in the KJV.
Check this out, family.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
Okay, when it says I is the Most High. I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, the chief house of Satan. Who's that? The colonizers. Who's that? The Europeans.
The small
right?
hats.
The small hats, right? Read.
Which say they are Jews.
Which say they're the Jew. Go ahead.
And are not.
So who on the earth say they're the Jew and not the Jew? Those fake Jews in Tel Aviv. Right? Go ahead.
But do lie. Behold.
Right?
I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
Do what?
To make them come to worship before thy feet.
Now the word worship. You see, a lot of people think when they got on their Sunday best in their shiny suit and they say hallelujah. That's worship. That's not worship. Let's look at the word worship. Could you give them the definition of the word worship? I'm going to change somebody's mind tonight. Right? Somebody's going to get elevated in the spirit tonight by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Because sometimes we got all these ideas. We got to get mature with the word that we read, understand definitions and understandings. Right? Can I have the word for the word worship?
It's the Greek word proskuneos, which means to kiss the hand towards one in token and reverence.
Go ahead.
Among the Orientals, the Persians, to fall upon the knees.
To do what?
To fall upon the knees.
To do what?
To fall upon the knees.
So now, if the Bible says, right, that they're going to worship, and the Bible said you got to fall upon your knees, get down there right now. That's worship. If you've never worshiped your God, your power, Yahweh, maybe you've never worshiped, right? Maybe you don't know how to worship, but you truly are in worship when you break those knees, right? And that's a higher level of worship. You get down there and give reverence to the Father, right? Read.
To fall upon the knees and touch the ground.
And touch the ground with what?
With the forehead.
With the what?
With the forehead.
So now you on your knees and you bowing down, your head touching the ground. You're in total submission, right? Some people call that position the fetal position.
Right.
Right? Because your knees are tucked underneath you and you're bending over and submitting. You're in your most vulnerable position like you was in your mother's womb. So when they come and they get in that fetal position before the prophets of the Lord, you are to praise God for the power that he is returning to his children. He's showing you a sign when that happens. That's a sign of the turning of the times. There was a time I was watching, went to see the color Purple with Isha the other day, right? And it showed how, you couldn't even look the white man in his face. You would get your butt whooped by looking at him. Don't eyeball me, boy. One lady told a lady told a white woman, a black lady told a white woman in that movie, hell no. She ended up in jail for like 6 years.
Damn. That's cancel culture.
You feel what I'm saying? This is what happened to our people right here in this country, right in this land. God, she told her hell no. She was in jail for 6 years. So please don't tell me about no bowing down or licking boots or touching a forehead on the ground, right? Please don't let that come out of your mouth and you got a problem with that and they're going to attack our women and children. Don't forget about Yahweh, right? For he is our only power, right? So getting back to it, I had to go into it. We had to expose it because that weak nature, we're not buying it. All right, we're not buying it, we're not selling it, and we ain't buying it. All right. So Kanye stood on his statement and said, we can't be anti-Semitic. Don't try to get me caught up in no foolishness. The reporter was trying to get him to double back on his words, and he would not double back on them because he understood what he said and why he says it. Continue.
Somebody need to say something. Now, if you're in an argument with somebody, you're not going to say everything the right way. But it got to a point where y'all ain't going to just keep running, start calling me bizarre and press for all these years. I got to a point, how many more times are you going to call me crazy? How many more times are you going to give me fake medication that makes me fat off of a misdiagnosis when I really have slight signs of autism from the car accident? But then y'all gave me, you say, whatever, just give them that bipolar medication. Y'all try to kill the superheroes. But we here, we alive. You know what I'm saying?
People calling you crazy and misinformed.
What'd you say?
Your thoughts on the Palestinians?
I don't have enough information on that. I'm straight up from south side of Chicago, born in Atlanta. I don't have enough information on that. I'm straight up from south side of Chicago, born in Atlanta. I don't have enough information. It's love for everybody, but don't pull me to that conversation. I got 14 kids dying every week in my city. Don't say it's a talk about that.
Hold on that right there. He said, I got 14. He want to ask him about Palestine, the Gaza Strip. He said, I don't got no information about that. I got 14 kids that just died in my city, right? That's the mentality that we got to have.
Right.
You understand that, family? We got to care about each other. Damn, this earth, this world, and everything they got going on. You got to care for the other Hebrew Israelites that's in this world. That's what's going to set you apart. What the hell do we care? Listen, we might talk about it to go through the prophecy and what the Father is doing in the earth, but honestly, we're not losing no sleep.
Right.
But when I hear our young people, I see them, man. We be out there teaching, man. Our young people got no shirt on, got no shoes on. They fidgety. You know they high off that flakka. Or our young women, you know, we running into them everywhere. They begging food, they begging bread, they taking that fentanyl, right? That's our concern. We got households broken. Children haven't seen their father in how long. Mom is out on the streets, haven't seen her, right? We got sin infecting, right, our lives and causing drama where people don't even want to go home. They don't got no home to go to. They don't want to go there because there's so much sin and so much hurt going on in their home. And you want to ask me about Gaza?
Palestine?
And Palestine? Yo, let Palestine deal with Palestine. Like what do Yahushua say? Let the dead bury the dead. Right? That's what Yahushua said. He said, let the dead bury the dead. What are you concerned with dead people for? Right? You should be concerned with your family, with these laws, with these commandments, building your community, strengthening yourself. Right? Palestine ain't making no difference what's going on in the hood in Fort Lauderdale, what they call it, Fort Lauderdale. The brothers be getting locked down, right? Deep side and shadow side, right? Being a Pompano Nigger, right? That's what we concerned with, right? Our family through the hoods, throughout the whole diaspora, man. Right? We got to get right. Right? We got to get right, and the only way we get right is to unite. But that'd be a topic for a little later on, right? But Kanye he spit some truth, man. And the reason why he able to spit some truth because he knows some truth, because the commandments is the truth.
Right.
Right. But we're going to bring up some more videos. But before we do that, I want to bring up the best DJ in Jerusalem. The man that got his finger on the trigger. Right. Not no one to play with. Right. He going to put it down for his crown. And we're going to be back in a few minutes. DJ Baruch. Tell him what to do.
All right, there, Piggly Wigglies. I'ma need you to keep all hands, arms, and objects and extra hair inside of this here carriage. Welcome to New Jerusalem. We will be arriving shortly to Master Yawan's plantation. He will be doing today's orientation, so I'm gonna need you to listen closely. Pay attention.
Yeah, everybody see him, everybody gonna see him, and when everybody see him, they gon' wish they had ever seen him. Stomping up and down the heathen, garments soaked in that wine, you heathen running out of time. Oh, we saw you in mine, same flames all up and down your body, chains all up and down your feet. We gon' be chopping off your arm, so you'll no longer be a thief. We gon' make sure you feel that heat, make sure you don't hurt nobody. We gon' whoop your ass to sleep. Don't worry, Israel, we got it. This payback ain't a game, all this pain you about to feel ain't the strength. How your fame done and gone, kick down the hill. Don't give a damn how you feel. We Israel and yeah, we body. We go be in the air. Climb up and watch this nuke just melt your body. Got chariots in the street, got chariots in the sky, got chariots everywhere. All praise to the Most High. I enjoy watching you die. I enjoy watching you bleed. Here come the Messiah now, and I know you know what that means.
All right, everybody pipe down, get back into the carriage. Hurry up there, Miss Piggy, we got places to go. All right. As we approach, you'll see on the right, these here's my court. That's right, the Abiel plantation. You can look, but stare at the ground, don't look at the leg.
Princes walking that service upon them horses. At the Texas border, getting flexed, boy. All the Haitians really leave out why they vest the borders, but it's all good. We forgave y'all. Moving on from a slave farm to a son that a heist slave calm from the border princes where they caught the lynches. Not a worry in the picture, better check your instant. Tucson both man, check the history. T.J. Mashiach, better check the scriptures. Babylon full of better check the scriptures. Simeon got out back still. Kill from the curse crude instruments. Not cool to division when the ignorance, but as we watch for the Lord's magnificence. On Rome when we pray that frankincense, while the bird fill the room cause the incense lit said they didn't want to smoke like the insects kid. Had to evolve, trials like the cloth that the saints turning gold like the floors in the courts. New Jerusalem, foes accusing us, Prince of Power. Yasharala, all praise to a height to the final hour.
I see princes walking, their service on horses. They reverse with the Lords, it was curses that brought us. I see princes walking, their service on horses. Those that torture and slaughter us to a lawless culture. I see princes walking, their service on horses. They reverse with the Lords, it was curses that brought us. I see princes walking, their service on horses. Those that torture and slaughter us to a lawless culture.
No, I didn't even know who the heck I am. Up in the boiling, yeah. And my God bless, I goddamn game. Trying to tell it not to hate, but no, it's not above the stage. Yeah, still wondering where the hell I am. Damn. Woke up in the foreign land, no one said what the hell I'm here. To my understanding, it's hell here. Y'all here, the prince of the air, who is born. Coming blowing like a tornado in the sandstorm. You can't ask who am I, they don't know who they are. Who am I? Identity, this reality, it's affinity. Nah, look around, it's all black, rep, your American devils in the same pot. No should die, have mercy on us. He left the remnant in this sacred frame, my nose refrain. See the Lord, your image, characteristic, man in this image. But I'm from the ghetto. Anybody left with me can have a body. Who knows I will. Oh, yeah, let these dry bones live. Oh, yeah, let these dry bones live. Up in the boiling. No, I didn't even know who the heck I am. Up in the boiling. And my God bless, I goddamn game. Trying to tell it not to hate it, but no, it's not above the stage. Still wondering where the hell I am. My forefathers, they follow us like family trade. Take with generational curses, genocide in our brains. Baby, snatched away from their parents in the name of child protective services. Blackberry who was made for black babies by Market Sakers.
Better be studying the law and this seek to apply. We reckless and only be calling the law when we seconds from dying. But a necklace is made of that iron and put it in your mind. The challenge, how can we fix all the damage and loosen the bonds? Just labor, lift up the neighbor to seek your rest. You better not say that the kingdom is worth it. You gotta work and give it your time like you blocking the ship. Gotta adore while you searching for more. You realize the race is not for the swift. We giving you warning, but all you want is everything handed like it was a gift. This ain't for you. cause you want the laws to please you. Turning your back on your brothers like you can do better, please do. Thinking you the shark in these waters until you end up like seafood. Never took a second to ponder that even the wicked bleed too. Failing to keep the commandments, that must be the way that you win. Now look in the mirror, examine and see the position you made in. Are you gonna burn like you tanning or drown in the pool till you vanish? Either you the fish that keeps swimming or you're gonna sink like
Flames 100. I'm muted. Tested 1 2. Y'all hear me out there? Okay. All right, that's my DJ Baruch, man. He putting it down for his crown. Best DJ in the kingdom. You better understand, right? He's loaded, man. You digging in the crates, right? You digging in the crates. He fully loaded, right? DJ Baruch 4-in-1. You must understand, in all lands, man. He's putting it down, right? So, family, we getting back to the topic at hand, and what we're talking about is cancel. We're going to cancel the cancel culture. Esau, you're not going to pressure our prominent people, our people that got made it somewhere in this world, and talk about you going to cancel them. You're not going to Nick Cannon everybody, right? You're not going to Nick Cannon everybody, all right? Nobody's going to be sitting no big old apologies to you because you mad because something is said to you that's true, right? You have to be able to understand the truth is going to stand. And I got the best anchor man, right? I got the #1 anchor man on all social media platforms, right? He goes by the name of Amawataza, right? Come on up, anchor man. Right? Let them know what's going on and what the plan is.
Shalom.
Rick Towers too. Right?
Shalom.
I mean, that's from Jersey. All right, let's go.
Shalom, all praise to the Most High. Shalom, Chief. Shalom, Captain. And Shalom, Yasharala. So real quick, I wanted to just highlight a few things before we get into it. Just a few, well-mentioned things to bring out. The first being that Chile kind of experienced the same thing that was happening in Hawaii, where pretty much all of their houses is being destroyed and devastated by quote-unquote supposed forest fires. But yet a lot of the actual residents and the witnesses were saying that they were seeing beams or lasers coming out of the sky and kind of doing similar to what was happening in Hawaii. So that just actually recently happened, I would say last week. And a lot of people have been now painting like blue, the color blue on top of their roofs, because apparently the lasers they have some sort of issue or problem with the blue color. So that's one. The second thing is, I'm pretty sure you brothers heard about what happened with Joel Osteen with the shootout.
Oh yeah,
I heard about it.
Pretty much there was a shootout. Supposedly it was one of the trans community that went in, shot it up, what have you. But they were actually able to shoot out or unalive the individual. And Joel Osteen. Yeah,
I just wanted to say this, right? I remember when these I think a brother and a sister, they shot up at some Jewish people or something like that up north, and they looked through their YouTube and their Instagram and they see like a black Jesus or something, and they labeled us like the terrorists and Hutu. I pray they're keeping that same energy for the Alphabet Boys, and they're labeling their whole movement as domestic terrorists and extremists too.
Yeah,
I hope they do the same thing with them. So
they should have, because there's been a lot of actual incidents with the community going in and shooting out different places and locations and stuff like that. And there was even a documentary that was saying that after they go through these changes, they go through a lot of psychological issues, and psychological distress. So, all praise to the Most High that, he's slowly yet surely bringing that spirit out and exposing things, you know what I mean? Because they like to say that the community, they're oppressed like us and they're going through it when that's not the case.
Absolutely. To be homosexual, let's call it what it is. Even here in America, up until 1978, it was a mental disability. Right? You're unstable. To walk around a man believing you're a woman, or you're a woman believing you're a man, something wrong with you. Right. Your mental ain't straight, and it's going to affect other parts of your life. It ain't going to just be one thing, right? A lot of them, they end up on drugs, they end up on the streets, they end up in all kind of activities that are beyond the fact that they're homosexual, right? They're going into all kind of Satanism and things of that sort. So the fact that they're shooting things up, they mad as hell. You know what I mean?
Con. There was actually a documentary, Chief, called "What Is a Woman," and in that documentary, there are actually statistics that they kind of withheld that were showing that after they go through this change, about between 2 to 5 years after the change, a lot of them commit suicide.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that all of these things is happening, but yeah, exactly. That's the one. It was a very insightful documentary, especially towards the end, because they actually, this gentleman, he actually speaks with an actual transgender, and he explains that, it was the worst decision of my life. I was young. My parents allowed me to go through the process. Now every day he has to kind of find ways to cope instead of killing himself. So that's that. But
there's no backseas on that one. No backseas. All sales are final.
And yesterday, I guess it was that wicked event, the Super Bowl that happened. But while that was happening, Israel was bombing a section of Gaza called Rafah, where they were having the refugees at. And they really bombed them. They had the tanks, the jet fighters, the whole nine. And they actually had told the Palestinians that if they were to move over there, this would be a safe location for them. But in reality, they just bombed them. So right now you got
wicked. You just gather them all up and do that. That's wicked as hell.
Con, because they was in the north. They was in the north port of Gaza. So they told them move on down to this place called Rafah, which is towards the south of Gaza, and then from there you'll be protected. And then yesterday they was just bombing them for almost 7 to 8 hours straight. So tents, a lot of people are misplaced, a lot of bodies destroyed. So it's just, I mean, it's just crazy. I find it kind of hilarious, but all praise to the Most High. And then another thing is that the United States, the U.S. Senate just passed a bill giving $95 billion to Taiwan, to Ukraine, and to Israel, a new aid package. So that is actually going to be coming back. It's going to be actually, I would say in the coming months, they're going to go ahead and release that to them. So
that's a lot of bullets.
Man, tons of bullets.
They're going to be buying a lot of bullets.
Man.
Like Benjamin said, right? Bullet. Right? Yep. That's what it was. They right now, all these nations are warmongers, man.
Yeah.
All right. They're warmongers because everybody wants next. But they fail to understand we got next. Right? But they see blood in the water. They see uncertainty, and they're capitalizing on the uncertainty. They see things are not as solid. Right. So now they say, oh, it's our turn. Let's get in there. Let's fight for our rights. Let's fight for our turn. Right. But it's Esau's just he's going through it, man. He's divided. But a little bit more on that Hawaii, because you started out with the Hawaii thing, and you said there were lasers hitting roofs. Now I know I know right now Hawaii, a lot of Hawaii has been burnt up by a volcano. Isn't that correct? So, because I've seen a lot of aid being advertised for Hawaii, and a lot of they kind of hush a little bit with it, because a lot of rich people lost their homes, and I guess they don't want to have the hysteria that goes along with that. Once the prominent people are in loss, it causes hysteria, right? Because nothing is supposed to happen to these people. They're in the Mountain of Olives, right? So when they lose their house and families and a property and family members, we don't want to talk too much about that. But do you have aside from the volcano, there's also lasers going down over there?
Yeah. So pretty much what happens is just that what happened in Hawaii with this so-called forest fires that they were talking about, there were certain places that weren't being touched by this so-called forest fire. And I don't know about y'all, but the last time I heard, I don't think forest fires or fires are biased on who they touch.
That's right.
Because there were celebrity houses, like Oprah Winfrey houses wasn't touched. The Rock's house wasn't touched. certain celebrities' houses wasn't touched, but yet other like the surrounding area was all burnt up with fire. And they noticed that certain houses that they had like a sort of a blue tint or blue coloring to the house was not being affected whatsoever. So you see some of the footage where you see like melted cars, melted certain things melted, but yet you see a house or like, you know, one of them umbrellas that you get at a resort that's perfectly standing up with no problem.
Oh, okay. So this was systematic.
I was actually trying to find a video on it because I remember seeing this on social media that they're developing like weapons, like some type of like heat laser or something like that, like in the satellites or something like that could come down and like start wildfires and etc. So the minute you started saying that, that's what made me like remember hearing that from Esau like probably a year ago, 2 years ago. That they're developing that.
You'll start using the satellites like weapons of war. I remember when they first brought that out. That was way back in the Reagan administration. Y'all weren't born yet. I don't think y'all was here. No. Right? That he was talking about having the satellites have capability to shoot down missiles into national missiles. That the satellites would have a laser that if somebody were to try to, because they used to worry about Russia back in those days, shooting a missile from over there all the way to America. So they was developing technology that the satellites that's in the atmosphere, they can shoot and destroy something before it gets to its destination. That's the game that they portrayed to us. We know there's probably another purpose to what they was really doing. And they probably finally got it done and they tested it in Hawaii. And the elite is aware of it and the others gonna get their house burnt up. Right?
And Chief, you absolutely correct as well as you, Captain. Pretty much there's a department of the actual government known as HAARP. And what they do is they actually manipulate radio waves in order to create certain weather patterns or weather anomalies. So that's the reason why, if you notice, like with the chemtrails, they even have a patent for something called graphite oxide. What happens is that it's like very small, kind of like computer microchips, very, very small. And then what they do is they just literally put it throughout the entire air. So what happens is that when they use the radio frequencies to manipulate it, they can cause certain weather patterns to happen in certain places that never happened. Like, I don't know if y'all remember a couple of years ago in Texas was getting a ridiculous amount of snow like they was in New York or Canada.
Right.
So all of these things are slowly or surely what they're developing. And then the laser beam, there is a video, Cap, that I have where it shows that the laser beam literally target a specific area and it actually just ignited the entire house on fire.
Wow.
So
yeah. So you know, for the family that think that their Draco could save them from if you got your Draco under your bed and you swear it's gonna help you against Esau,
Esau gonna melt you.
You can press a button from his bathroom and burn your whole house down. All right. So listen, if it ain't for the Lord, we done. Right. So but we know the Lord said he got a short time. These Edomites and these other nations, the time of the Gentiles is coming to an end. And we got, we put our trust in the Most High, Almighty power. Family, we got the best anchor in the land. I mean, this information, listen, you getting it for free. All right. We had to put it on pay-per-view, right? Because this is better than sports, right? But let's get a biblical reference to those laser beams, right? That Esau is in his satellites. I think you pulled a verse about that sometime ago.
Yeah, I think last week.
Yeah, last week. Could you we got to run that back because it was so fitting of Esau putting things in the atmosphere and he's trying to play God. Whatever God do, he want to do. Right? The most High put stars and the sun and the moon in the firmament, and he's been trying to hang stuff in the firmament ever since. Right? Whatever the Most High do, the Most High make hurricanes and tornadoes. Now Esau, he want to make hurricanes and tornadoes. Right? He wants to reenact every natural because he wants to play God on the earth, right? Through his technology, but it's not going to work. Get that verse for us, brother.
Go on. I see you have one too in Revelations.
Okay.
13 verse 11 to 13. It goes into this America. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 11. And I behold another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So
You bring it down.
So this beast that's coming out of the earth, we know that. I'm just briefing it up. You could look through the videos, Captain Monitors I be bringing out on Fridays. So beast usually represents people or nations.
Right.
So
Government.
this other nation coming out of the earth or being established or coming forth is America.
Right.
He had two horns like a lamb. The Republican and the Republicans and the Democrats.
Right.
And he horns like a lamb, right? Because a lamb is peaceful. Because America comes off as what? Peaceful. They coming to resolve things and etc. Make things good and feed all the children and Ethiopian children, right? But he spake as a dragon. The way he speak, who's gonna mess with America? Who's gonna take us down? Jesus is white America, right? And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, which is they come from, everything they learn is from the Romans,
right?
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast,
right?
Whose deadly wound was healed, because they're the revised Roman Empire.
Exactly.
And he doeth great wonders.
Talking about the Renaissance period, for those that don't understand, that was the rebirth of their rulership, the Renaissance period. And they caused the people to worship the first beast through Caesar Borgias. That representation goes way back to the Roman Empire, right? They set up Caesar Borgias. He was a Roman, and that's who's on a lot of your walls called Jesus Christ. That's Caesar Borgias, the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. Okay, Rome is that first beast. Go ahead.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Now, we're not saying that this is the laser beams now, but we do know this was fulfilled, right? This is part of it. But
this is part of it. It's a development.
Right.
Now, he first did it with his missiles.
Hiroshima.
With his
brought
bombs.
it down, right.
Right. And now he done elevated it to his laser beams, right? So it's all the same purpose. It's to destroy. All right, go ahead.
Now, I just wanted to bring that out, right here. Because we know if Esau did it with missiles first, he's gonna upgrade. He's gonna keep upgrading until like you said, to compete with the Most High.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna become excellent at it. Right? Remember, bombs, you'd have spent all this $1 million for this thing to blow it up. Laser is no loss. Right? Think about it. You don't even got to buy bullets.
Right.
A laser is no loss. You're not losing nothing. You killing it, you destroying with no overhead.
If you do it right, there can't be no trace.
No trace. You can't run out of bullets. You can run out of bombs. Right? Bombs are expensive. Right? They cost millions of dollars. Right? Laser, you got to buy it one time. Zap everybody. Back to the Stone Age. Right? So he always thinking economics, right? He's always thinking economics. So I don't doubt it at all about his laser. I think he also have some other sound thing, because they talked about that with the conflict that was going on in over there with the ships. They were talking about using some sort of weapon that shoots a sound wave. I saw that they use some sort of sonar weapon that shoots a sound wave and disrupts everybody and everything that's on that other vessel, like make everybody lay out. When that sound wave hit the ship, everybody on the ship just start bending over and laying and throwing up and all kind of stuff. So I forgot the name. You know the name of that?
Salakia, no, Chief. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's one of their actual weapons. So what it does, it emits a higher radiation frequency.
Right.
So it looks like a big giant dish, like a satellite dish.
Exactly.
And what happens, it emits that frequency, and then what it does, it boils you from the inside out.
Damn, the devil.
Yeah.
I saw that, and they have that actively using.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not something that's coming soon. That's in use. That's out there. All right. So definitely very bad. This is the news that you just can't lose with it. Right. A lot of you watching Fox 5 and you're watching what's going on in CNN and CNBC. Right. Well, you ain't gonna see nothing over there. Right here on the Bring It Out show, we got the best anchorman. I'm gonna watch this out. Do you have anything else for us?
Just real quick. So another thing I wanted to let you know, Athens, Greece is in complete darkness, completely shut out. They have no power, no lights, no nothing. This also happened in I think it's Norway. It happened a couple of weeks ago where they didn't know what's going on. So I think that the, so-called powers that be, they're running like these, these trial exercises to see how people are going to react once all the lights and all the power is shut down. This happened with Athens, Greece, literally, I would say Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Then you have on March 1st, anybody who has food stamps or gets supplemental nutrition assistance, SNAP pretty much, will be ending in 32 states, including the District of Columbia, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. So people who got food stamps, you better use your food stamps because that's going to be a wrap very soon. And then there is an also update that major credit card companies, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, they're supposed to be freezing people's credit cards from February 13th through the 15th due to a security breach. So, if anybody's having issues with their credit cards or what have you, that's the reason why behind that.
Oh, wow.
And then finally, I just wanted to share this video with y'all.
Okay.
This is pretty much what's happening. It just successfully happened today, where pretty much they created a human embryo without a sperm or an egg. So let me get this.
Yeah, this oh man, there's no end to him. He says, even a grape gatherer, wouldn't he stop gathering grapes when he's gathered enough? How are the things of Esau stretched out? How are the things sawed up, man? He never ends, man. Oh boy, Taylor Swift and Demon Energy.
Yeah, that's another.
That's crazy. Why do you got Ice Spice up there for, man?
Well, because she was doing a little.
I know that she's an Ice Spice, right?
Yeah,
but she's a demon. That's what it is. Whether you like to understand it or not, she's still on the demon side, brother.
Okay, so this is
especially hanging with Kelly Clarkson. You already know what she up to. That's not good company right there.
Shalom, LOZ Treasure Coast.
Treasure Coast is in the building.
The richest brothers are in Treasure Coast, man.
Special media
that's why they call it Treasure Coast.
All the PPP money, man.
Use the same system, and we can.
It's a joke.
Stem cells that are grown in the dish for a long time. We can put them in these conditions, and they self-organize alone over 8 days into a whole embryo. We'll be focusing on taking stem cells, skin cells from a patient. Let's say I'm a patient, I need liver cells, and take a biopsy, make stem cells in the dish, grow them in special condition, and put them in this device for about 20 days, and they will make organized structure, which we call synthetic embryos. And they have cell progenitors, including liver progenitors or blood progenitors, and we can take these cells maybe and transplant them back to the patient.
Jeez. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, so
that's not cool at all, man.
They actually had this so-called successful trial a couple of days ago, because what they found out now is by using stem cells, now they can create actual children without having a womb or sperm or egg. So
I know where they're going with it.
Yeah, so that's where we at on the map, Yashua.
High level test tube, baby. Right, high level, man. Family, you got to understand what's going on and what the plan is. The plan is to population control, eradicate, take away the enemy, right? And the elitists wish to keep this planet for themselves, and they're gonna stop at nothing. They got you think you're going to Mars. They know they can't get there, right? They have you thinking you're going to Mars. Meanwhile, you're going into behind some bars, right? That's where you're going, right? Because they know they can't get out of here. But they want to have the whole place in division and derision and sell an illusion to all our families. So this is the news that you can't lose with it. I have my Anchorman. I'm on side to water for the information that y'all shared with us today. Man, you did an excellent job, man.
All praise to the Most High, the Water Chief, the Water Captain, the Water Yasharala.
All right, keep putting it on, man. Family, we're gonna close out this BTO spectacular show of course, with the word of the Most High, because that's the highest word, the word that is that's going to save us from all this mayhem, foolishness that's going on in this earth. We got to know that the time of our oppressors is short, and they're going to come down with great wrath, right? Matter of fact, let me get that verse that so you know that his time is short.
Okay.
He's going to come down with great wrath, and he's going to come down with every illusion, every disillusion, every enchantment, every image, and we can't be fooled. Don't be dismayed. Don't turn your back on the commandments of the Most High. Keep your trust in the Father, right? Keep your eyes on the kingdom. Scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, all things shall be added unto thee. He is not lying to us when it was told to us. It's time for us to follow and invest in what we understand, right? Don't forget to put your hands to the righteousness, not just your heart, soul, and mind, but put your hands to your plan. Make sure you pay a lot of attention to your intentions, right? Pay a whole lot of attention to your intentions to make sure your outcome is blessed. Let's read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Come on.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, and of the sea. For the devil.
For the who?
For the devil.
For the devil. Go ahead.
Is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So understand the plan, family. The Satan knows he got a short time, so he's going to be developing, working hard to breed doubt in your heart, soul, and mind, to make you to discourage you by putting fear in your heart. Do not be fearful. Understand the Most High, he will fight for you. He is our shield and our buckler in these trying times. All right. Any closing thoughts, Captain?
I just want to say is that you know, we're going to continue seeing people continue being more bold about this truth, because like we're at a time where everybody just bringing it out now. You know, the Most High used somebody like Cat Williams, you know, and not to take away from the brother, you know, he's not, he doesn't have any wisdom, knowledge, or understanding of the scripture. But we see that the Most High could use a vessel like him to cause a domino effect to make other people start bringing out this truth and standing firm for truth, for facts.
I mean, shout out to Shannon Sharp, man.
You know what I mean?
Right? When he went out there to play football, who would know that he would come out with a show that's exposing Hollywood and everything that's going up on right, or Club Shay Shay, right? I don't know about that name, Shay Shay, but whatever, right? Right, but you know, shout out to him and his platform. You know, Monique was spitting some truth a week ago as well on his platform, just exposing more lies. I mean, they going hard at Oprah, man. I think Oprah might be a class 7 demon because they go hard at her. She's into something, man. She's into a lot of things, man. Right? There's a reason why she don't have no children of her own. I don't think she might be a clone. I don't think she could reproduce.
She's a child trafficker, Chief.
I speak as a man. I speak as a man. I don't know for sure. I don't know the lady, but it seemed like there's a lot being said about her and Tyler Perry that they need to be in the investigation. All right.
Or she might just need you to, you know, work your counseling of skills to help her find that special.
Ain't that
brother.
much counseling in the world.
She might need to find that special brother, like my brother Amwatazar, man.
I'm good, brother. I'm all right.
What sister wouldn't want a light skinned brother like my brother Amwatazar?
Amwatazar. I said, I ain't gonna touch it with your hands.
Con.
I wouldn't touch it with your hands, brother. All right. So again, family, throughout of everybody logging on, let me say shalom to everybody that's in the building once again. If I missed you, Salakia, but I think I got everyone. Captain Aina is in the building, right? In the check-in, shalom to the big cat. I believe I got each and every one of you. If you have not, El Gallo, I didn't say shalom to you tonight. El Gallo, shalom for checking in with us. All right. I'm going through the chat to see if I might have missed any of our family. If you have not put your name in yet, this is the time, because we are about to wrap it in. It's been a short but powerful show, right? We're going to keep it that way because, you know, our people need this information. We'll be back next week, y'all willing, with more information that you can use and more guidance and understanding. The heavy hitters of the scriptures, right? Bringing out all the information that's going on around the world, getting ready for the new world to come. With that, what I would say with the highest word or the most known word in the Hebrew language, to all the family near and abroad, we say with the BTO show, Shalom.
But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. Tell the heathens remember, so Israel have a savior.
Twist Productions.
And when him come back, we put whip on top. The earth a go shock when them see a Mashiach. Some eyes a go lock, some jaw a go drop, some heart a go hard, them a go try attack. The Lisa said, no need to rise no blocks, no need to run and hide in any caves of any rocks. And as me there, so I chat, put me neck up on a block. If me this a Mashiach, yes I turn up it chop. Cause Israel have a savior. Remember that. Israel have a savior. Remember that.
Love your brother, Israel love, this is the fact. We are the Israelites, we are part of the flock. Who will guide me? No, the one of Mashiach. Who have sent from heaven to the earth. Big brother, yo, we ain't got that. He might give orders to the rest of the flock. We not do no dirty things except our brother. He not him back. We only take the order and serve it out. These are the facts. We are the people. We are the people. No one is we equal. One of my brothers is we equal. We hate for the sequel. We turning up a Mashiach when the fire start drop. Cause it's
slave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. Grave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. Be nameless. Yeah, that's prophecy. No lane switch. Ain't no stopping me. Let's go. Slave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. Grave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. Be nameless. Yeah, that's prophecy. No lane switch. Okay, ain't no stopping me. Let's go. See pain all around my people. Yeah, that's prophecy. Too much sin, caught up in this evil. It's a lot to see. Cut up the drugs, gets up in my spirit. Ain't no broccoli. Spreading the word, give my people knowledge. We be dropping seeds. I pray the Most High root them up. We straight away from the path. Never down bad, popping pills, suited up. Time to wake up the sheep, get them out of sleep. All my bros suited up. Food song with the armor, with a Godspeed. They can't stop me, cause I'm too strong with the Father. As long as we on the side, we will never lose. Breaking up the lies, we gon' tell the truth. We the Israelites, if we living right, then we got protected from the devil's moves. Faith on 100, I need it. Demons, they got us defeated. But it's on the rise up, got my eyes up aflame cause I'm heated. It's on sight when they see us. Scripts to me on flight, they can't reach us. The wicked pastor can't teach us. Gotta keep the Bible trapped as my defense. Prophecy being fulfilled. Last days getting real. Keep the commandments, you gon' be protected. But if you don't, you be killed. Slave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. Grave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. We nameless. Yeah, that's prophecy. No lane switch. Ain't no stopping me. Let's go. Slave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. Grave ships. Yeah, that's prophecy. Nameless. Yeah, that's prophecy. No lane switch. Ain't no stopping me. Let's go.
So shall see no more again. There ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. No man shall buy you.
Let's go. Yeah, we study prophets, last days, we in the presence, we don't got much options, living curses, we need some blessings, bodies filling coffins, people dying like every second, and it's never stopping, so much trials and this oppression, man, it's crazy, but we cannot lose faith, going hard for the truth's sake, telling my people that need to come back to the Most High, so it's too late, old man gotta cut them off, yeah, today is a new day, bounce back, wanna fall down, gotta choose grace, cause we can't fold on God, he gon' keep us low, take away that pride. Now it's time to grow. I dwell with my brethren. That's what I was told. Trying to stack that gold in heaven till it overflows.
It was 40 days, 40 nights. We was fighting for our life. I could never sell my soul because I gave it all to Christ. Fuck a lie, and it was on sight. It's a heathen with the rope because the heathen couldn't fight. Cut his head off and then he put it on the spike. For my Hebrew Israelites, we about to rap tonight. My kumbaya send you to the afterlife.